Happy Tuesday, roofers. Have quite a few updates for you today. If you guys at any given point cannot hear me or something's not clear, please comment below. We'll check our sound here. First thing first, I want to announce that we are coming to about 7, 8 classes in the next couple of months. Roofingclass.com has all uh, data, all the announcements there on the website, so you can see what we're teaching. You see classes we're coming to. Next one is in Nashville, and then after that we're going to go to Pennsylvania. I'll talk a little bit more about it later. But today I want to dive into Directory. I know a lot of you guys are, hey, Jean-Francois La, La Lippe, what's up from Quebec? Good to see you, Jean. So, guys, it's not happy here, freezing and windy, Shane McGuire says. So, guys, I want to dive into Directory. I have a lot of questions. It's been a while since I made last update. Want to let you know that we're not sitting around. My teams are working tirelessly on the website. I want to keep you updated on what's going on and why it's taking a little bit longer than I'm pretty sure you and myself too would like it to be. The website that we're building, directory.com, is a very special website. It's not like your roofing business website. It costs 10 times more. It's always updated. And I want you to think about Facebook 20, 30 years. No, Facebook has been around only 15 years ago. Think about Facebook 15 years ago. The features that you have right now, Facebook did not have it when they launched. It took them like 4 or 5 years to monetize. If you remember, all major platforms when they launched back in the day, if you would post something on Facebook, it would take 2, 3 days sometimes for them to proofread and make sure it's a good content and before they publish it. Now they're sending you to jail for censoring you, essentially, for censoring your speech and what you can and cannot publish. Platforms are always developing. Google is always developing. YouTube is always developing. I'll share one story with Google. It was absolutely crazy back in the day. They have one Ukrainian in New York area who absolutely hacked the algorithm of Google and made millions of dollars by generated negative reviews. As a matter of fact, right now on at least on YouTube, it's still, I personally think, a problem. So, guys, hold on one second. Can you turn down the sound? I can hear myself in the room. So, really quick, guys. Back in the day, there's one Ukrainian in New York selling glasses. They're supposed to be designers' glasses of high cost, big names, big brands, which they were artifact. They were not real. They were fake. They were made in China. But he was selling them at a premium price. And what was happening is he was getting a lot of online complaints. So this guy absolutely hacked Google algorithm. He was so popular. Everybody was talking about him. You can look him up online if you type Ukrainian who broke or changed Google algorithm. So what ended up happening, he was very rude in comments or in replies to the online complaints. Like, for example, if he would sell bad pair of sunglasses, let's say for $300, people open up like, it's cheap. What did I pay for it? They go online, they would write him 1-star Google review. What happened next is he would reply back to them and saying, hey, why you're threatening me? I know where you live. And he would be very rude, very intimidating in his replies. And of course, those replies were, creating this online war. People were getting, some were getting scared. He was getting a lot of attention. But back in the day, for those of you who don't know, back in the day, Google would treat bad reviews just like a good reviews. Review is a review. It was actually part of the algorithm. So his website always was on top of Google. So if you would type in, designers glasses of certain brands, he would always come up because how popular he was. And he even made it to, I believe, New York Times. He made the biggest mistake. He went public with a story and he said, yep, look at me. I'm a genius. Google is rewarding me for my bad behavior, always ranking my website on top of the website all the way at the top. So what was happening is Google started paying attention and they changed the algorithm saying bad reviews are bad reviews and we should not reward businesses to be on top. As a matter of fact, it's something that needs to be changed, I think, today at YouTube, at Google, parent company of YouTube. I don't know if you guys know it or not. I think Facebook has the same problem. Whether you like or dislike the video, for Google, for algorithm, it's the same. I think Baby Justin Bieber's has like 10 million dislikes and it's still very popular song. So Google look at the engagements a little bit different. Just like back in the day, they look at the reviews. They think if people are engaging with your content, positive or negative, it's trending and people should see more of it. I don't agree with it. I think negative comment or I think that you or the viewer should be voting with those likes, dislikes. And right now, a lot of creators are using it. So if I go in and create negative message and you don't agree with me and you guys all give me 1,000 dislikes, YouTube actually will gonna put that video in a trance like, hey, more people should see this. Look, nobody agrees with this guy, but everybody's watching to the end. He's doing something right. So like it or don't, the algorithm is there. It needs to change. But let's talk about directory and why I'm talking about all of this. It takes time to build a business the right way. I want you to think about this. Angels List were in the making of profit for 16 years. For 16 years, Angels List was in red. We know that Directory, our company, not going to make any money for at least 2 years. That's a solid business goal. We essentially take all our profits from all our, from the school, from the conferences, from everything we make. Even me selling my roofing business is part of it. So we're investing all our money, all our efforts in Directory, and we're doing it right. Directory is built not on your WordPress. Directory is built on the same platform as Instagram built. Directory is built by code, by very high tech guys who knows what they're doing. Not like myself. I'm not building. I don't have a code knowledge. I don't know how to build a website, but I have people on my team who knows how to do it, and they're doing a really good job. So with all of that, I'm here to tell you something that I've been thinking a lot last 2 weeks. I realized that before Directory will become new Angels List, it will first probably replace some other websites. One of them is Better Business Bureau. So if you think about it, like right now, we have sent over 400 Directory badges. And this badge right here actually means something. So a lot of people asking me question, Dmitry, do you guarantee jobs that outside of Directory? And the answer is yes, we do guarantee those jobs. And I'll explain why. If you are a contractor and we recommend you, we want our recommendation to mean something. I want that liability. If I recommended you, like if you're the homeowner watching this video and you want to find a contractor that, you want to be confident hiring, you don't trust everything you see online, you don't want to take your chances. Directory.com has a contractors that we back up with our own money. Now, what does it mean? It means that if we recommend someone and he abandoned the job, did not finish it, maybe you have a flat tires and he doesn't want to pay for them, maybe you have some kind of money disputes, it's covered. Better Business Bureau will not do that. And right now, more and more contractors are using it just as a Better Business Bureau. Unfortunately, we're in business because other companies are failed in their promise. I mean, think about this. Roofing contractors are #1 category on Better Business Bureau by increase in US and Canada. In 2019, I believe almost 6 million, 5.8 million people have searched for roofing contractor in Better Business Bureau, more than any other category. Okay, we're not #1 by complaints, but very close to it. I think we're getting about 6,200 complaints per year. That's a 2019 numbers. So 6,200 complaints. That's a lot of complaints. For example, #1 category is online retailers. They have about 35,000 complaints. Obviously, you order something on Amazon, package got damaged, boom, you write online complaint. But it's different to have 35,000 complaints from online retailers who, average transactions could be a couple $100. When you have roofing complaints, even if it's 6,000, average roofing job in the United States is what, $10,000, $12,000. That's a lot of money. Another crazy statistics from 2019, way over a year ago, over 30% of them, and that's according to Better Business Bureau, 30% of them goes unresolved, which means, if you're the homeowner and you're watching this, you go to Better Business Bureau, you found a contractor, and you hired the contractor, and then later, the only option that almighty Better Business Bureau does give you is file a complaint. And over 30% of them will go nowhere. Granted, Better Business Bureau does $250 million a year. They hide themselves, or they want you to believe that they are nonprofit organization. Nonprofit my ass. They're the most corrupted organization in the country. Better Business Bureau is very crooked, very bad, but it's necessarily evil. My company used to have Better Business Bureau accreditation, and the reason is because I'm a good contractor. I know I will always make it right with the homeowners. I want that 6 million search. Like, if people come into Better Business Bureau, I want them to find me. Now, when it comes to Directory versus BBB, why smaller company, multi-million-dollar company, Directory can offer a guarantee and a couple $100 million company, Better Business Bureau, cannot? Why? They're a nonprofit? No, they're for profit. They're ripping you off. They take money from big corporations and they tax small businesses. I mean, think about it. Like, if you ever been on a sales call with a Better Business Bureau, absolutely nuts. The prices keeps going up. They sell you advertising and other things. It is pay to play. If you pay a lot of money, your rating always will go up. If you don't believe me, go look at State Farm, Allstate, all the big billion-dollar companies and their ratings. It's always going to be an A's. And BBB will always tell you that their algorithm is accurate. I mean, they get more complaints than anybody else, and yet, as a matter of fact, they're top 100 complaints on the BBB, yet they're always going to be top-ranked company. BBB will, nonprofit organization will never tell you how much money they are getting from them. They will not tell you how much Home Advisor pays them. Home Advisor has a disapproval rate of 94% among contractors. Only 6% of contractors who tried Home Advisor like Home Advisor. On BBB, case is closed. We're a contractor or a corporations, a company, or A plus. Absolutely corrupt, and we're competing with that now. So to answer your question, how can you use Directory? Well, first and foremost, you can use it as a Better Business Bureau badge. Except our badge actually means something. We are roofers, we're contractors, not only roofers, who watch out for each other. If we get a call here at our office, by the way, we're moving in a couple of weeks, looks like it. So if we get a call by another contractor saying, hey, Dmitry, hey, Amber, can you guys investigate this contractor? He slipped in your Directory, and here's what he does. We investigate not only your online reviews, not only your background check, we also want to know that you're a truly reputable contractor, that you do pay your bills, that you do pay your sales guys, that you do pay your subs. And if you don't, you will never be listed. Now, a Better Business Bureau will not look at that. And, if our contractor mess up, if we get a call from a homeowner and he tells us his story, we will investigate, we will listen to the contractor, but we will make a decision. And we feel like contractor is not in the right, we're going to make it right with the homeowner. So with the Better Business Bureau, you only get a chance to file a complaint. What are you going to do with a complaint? You cannot deposit complaint in a bank. Complaint will not reimburse you $7,000, $8,000 of money you pay to the contractors. Listen, in 2019, there's 2,000 unresolved complaints with the BBB. If you transfer that money, I bet you it's a couple $100,000 in complaints. BBB can pay just like that. They made the recommendations. They say, hey, these guys are good. They're BBB trusted. We did a background check, all of that. No, you did not. And they don't give a crap. They're going to go from A to F. If company comes back and pays back, they're probably going to do something about it, going to change it. Doesn't work here. Listen, guys, I have vendors. I have one vendor who offered us $60,000, 60 grand to sponsor this channel. $60,000. How many of you would take that money? I would love to take the money. Ask to do 2-3 videos about that. I typed in company's name and I found out a couple news stories from the owner and his father. And I'm like, nope, don't need your money. Don't need to be. And it wasn't bad. Nobody's in jail. It was questionable. I'm like, don't want to be associated. So I don't care how much you pay us. I don't care how much we can make of your brand by listing you. If we don't believe you're the right fit, the money will never buy you higher rating at Directory. The money will never have you higher placement. If you guys, and here's the thing about Directory in general, right now you can use it to your advantage as you were using Better Business Bureau for all badge for all of your jobs. You can go to the homeowners, even if it's not our lead. Yesterday, one guy messaged me. I shared message with him. He got 2 jobs. So like leads right now, far in between. Like people coming to us, we're looking for recommendation. We have a lot of cities. We still don't have a contractors. We're welcome good contractors. But if homeowners come to us and we have a match, perfect. If we don't have a match, please, guys, this costs $500 for an entire year. If you get a job, it's great. Give us some time. So we're brand new in the market. We're hiring new copywriters. We're working with a lot of influencers. We're spending money. We're not sitting around. We're going to spend way over $100,000 on the website, all of activities this year alone. But it takes time to get traction. It takes time to build a brand. I mean, to go against multi-billion-dollar companies who we're facing in the marketplace right now. But please use it for all of your jobs. It doesn't cost you anything. If any of your homeowners call us, say, Dmitry, like this company is telling me about Directory. Is it true about $20,000? Absolutely. We'll connect them with our lawyer. We'll send them legal paper. We're not afraid to recommend you. We understand it's a risk. We understand it's liability. I want that liability. I want my word to mean something. Just this morning, I have a huge email from one of our students in the school who hired one of our marketers. It's not the first time it happened. When we give you a recommendation, whether it's you're the homeowner, we recommend you contractors, or if you're the contractor, we recommend you service, one of the brands behind me. When you guys have problem with that service, we want to be involved in the resolution. We want to know what happened. As a matter of fact, I dropped a couple brands. Brands rarely drop us or say they don't want to work with us, but we've dropped brands because they have issues and they did not deliver results. And we have to step in and say, no, have to return the money. No, you did not did what you're supposed to be doing or what you promised. So sometimes we have to be this mediator and help both parties to settle, hopefully in favor of the contractor or in favor of the homeowners. I'm going to go to comments really quick. Brian Ramirez asks a question: what advantages does Directory have once you're as big as BBB? Well, first of all, I don't care about size yet. Everybody says, I mean, Better Business Bureau is $250 million a year company. They're not that big. I mean, for me, when I look at $250 million, I mean, if you should be like, we probably can be as big as BBB in like 5 years organically. BBB is 100-year plus company. I don't care about BBB. Here's why. They're not ethical. People don't trust it. If you look at the trends, less and less people trust BBB. If you ask millennials, they're definitely not going that direction. It's for older people. They still have attraction, but BBB need to change their algorithm. BBB is a blockbuster. BBB is a Kodak. They're not willing to improve. They're stubborn. They're very corrupt. There's a lot of bureaucracy there. They run like a government agency. They're not efficient at all. They do have a name. They do have affiliations with the government agencies. So when you're 100 years in business, sometimes you think you're too big to fail. I've called out Better Business Bureau many times. I'm not worried about them as long as they don't change their rules and start playing fairly. Like I've said it many times before, and I'm going to say it again. I'll challenge, and this is open challenge. Executives at BBB, let's go head to head and debate in public. Come to our conference. I'll debate all of you. I'm calling you liars. You don't have algorithm. I can prove it, and I've said it before. That's the reason why BBB executives will never give you public interview about their algorithm. They cannot explain it. It does not exist. The money is their algorithm. That's why they don't care about reviews at BBB. I mean, look at that. They say reviews count or one of the factors. No, it's not. Money is the biggest factor. BBB will say, no, it's also how big the company is. No, it doesn't. The only reason you care how big the company is because your fees, how much you charge those companies based on employees. Company with 2,000 employees paying BBB more. How much more? Cannot disclose. Ask BBB how much Home Advisors paying them. Ask them how much Allstate paying them. Ask them how much State Farm is paying. BBB is safe haven for all the corrupt organizations of the internet because that's the place where a big corporation can come in and say, hey, can you please close your eyes on all of these negative reviews, all of these complaints? We're a big company. We're allowed to have complaints, and we're paying you top dollar. Can you please make us look good? Okay, we're going to give you A. You're going to have 1-star rating on our review section. We're going to close your eyes on it. We have our 13 factors. 13 factors, my ass. 13 factors. You corrupt BBB. So BBB does not have algorithm. Why would I care about BBB? Now, what Directory going to do when we're as big as BBB? We're going to stand our ground. We're going to keep the main thing. We're going to be true to our ethical codes. That's the more important to us than get rich faster. I mean, I could be probably triple. I'll be way richer as a business owner if I would take money from all the people who offered me money. To this day, we still turn down 80% of brands who wants to work for us. You know how many marketers reach out to Roofing Insights on a regular basis to get this stage to talk to you guys? How many people have offered us top dollars? How many people offered us money? Do we care about? Absolutely not. You have to do what's the right thing for the consumer. And BBB, unfortunately, lost their track long time ago. BBB is good for references. It's cheap. And like you said, all people like it. Well, this is cheap, guys. This is also cheap. And it has better guaranteed. Yes, people don't know Directory yet, but we will get there. And I agree with you, by the way. Great content, business advice, logical to use as a badge of honor and respect like BBB used to be. And this is just the beginning. I'm not telling you that this is what Directory is. We will be connecting, homeowners and the contractors, but you need to understand that there's so many updates. Like I have a clear vision what Directory will look like 2 years from now. But right now, just to add your personal logins so the homeowner can log in, so the contractor can log in, it'll be on the website within 30 to 60 days where you guys can go in, upload the pictures, upload the videos, see the past projects. Right now, we don't have ability to track it yet. Every day, someone texts us, like, got another job from Directory. Now, some cities like New Jersey seems like on fire right now. So many contractors in New Jersey have been getting jobs from us. I don't know if our YouTube algorithm is more popular in New Jersey or what's going on, but that one city in New Jersey is absolutely on fire. Now, I wish I would get leads in some other cities or more of them, but guys, you can use it in so many ways. And later, when we connect all the dots, transaction will be happening. I'll give you another example. You guys have heard me talk a lot about paid inspections, paid services, paid service calls. Guess what? I've done it at Angels List years ago. I want to bring it back to Directory. We're going to have a section where we essentially going to be competing with companies like Groupon. If you have a small offer, small inspection, $99 roof tune-up, $149 roof inspection, full roof reports, stuff like that, where realtor can go in and find a company in his city that he can order report, just like you would buy it from how do you call them, home builders, or when you sell a house, you hire a home inspector. Like roofers need to be offering those little things too. And for people to it's very easy to find. People have consumers have this mentality of saving money, searching for coupons, searching for deals. Directory will be that marketplace. As a matter of fact, it will happen again too within the next 60 days. People will be coming to Directory, typing in deals near me, and you as a contractors, if you're willing to do what I've been doing for years, if you're willing to charge for your time, just like HVAC companies do and plumbers do it, they don't come out to inspect your HVAC system for free. It comes with a charge, $69. You're going to be doing the same thing. Now, if you want to be stubborn, if you're going to tell me, Dmitry, it's not going to work, I don't believe in it, what can I say? We have a couple cities we're actually closing right now because it's not going to be unlimited, obviously. We're limited to 1% of the contractors in the area. Cities like Chicago, if you have 3,000 contractors in the entire metro area, we're only going to limit to top 1%, 30. That's your limit. Once it's closed, all those skepticals, all of those skeptic contractors who did not want to give it a try, who for some reason thought $500 is too much for the value you provide, guess what? You're out of the door. You have to be on a waiting list. And I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how big you think you are. I don't care if you're a $50 million company. You're outside, you're outside. Unless I kick someone out for not following our rules or doing bad customer service to our homeowners, you're going to be out until someone leaves, and we'll invite more guys in. 96% of contractors go out of business in the first 2 years. Steven Snyder says, absolutely. By the way, Steven Snyder, guys, if you are enjoying our shingle tests, we are doing next one, Steven Snyder's office, April 1st, Philadelphia or Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We invited absolutely everyone. You can travel there. You can be in the room. You will see how we test shingles. We're doing 2021 shingle guide at DreamWorks Exteriors in Pennsylvania. Everybody's welcome. If you're a rep for your manufacturers, GF, OC, Malarkey, Papco, all brands, Temco are invited. All the roofers are invited. Big warehouse. We're going to have some food. We're going to have some discussions. We're going to propose top 10, 11, 12 tests to do. We're going to weigh the shingles. We're going to open them. We're going to look at the sealants. We're going to look at the nailing zones. We're going to look at everything. We're going to measure them. We're going to look at the coverage. We're going to read some paperwork. And we're going to come up with a 2021 shingle guide. 2020 shingle guide already has, I think, like 76,000 views. Tons of comments from the homeowners. If you want to be part of 2021 guide, you're welcome to our next one in Pennsylvania. Does Directory will work in California? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of leads from California. California is very big. Problem with the California, we have contractors here and there, and so often homeowners are reaching out to us, and the closest contractor is based on a zip code. It's like 150 miles away. So if we don't have a contractor recommendation in a small pocket, people, we're losing them. We're losing inquiries. So if you sign up today, and you're the only contractor in your town, you're going to get all our traffic. From YouTube alone, we're getting 120,000 unique visitors per month. Our website is in thousand. I think it's like 5,000 a month. I mean, we get a lot of content, and that content works. We send the content out. We've been doing it for years, and now it's coming back. We have more traffic than some billion-dollar insurance manufacturers. Think about it. If you look at a GF, OC, and you think that backlink from that website means something for your SEO, well, guess what? Directory.com and roofinginsights.com are going to be, and already is, as powerful for the backlink. And we're adding your website, and we are giving you backlink from Directory as well. So again, we are growing it organically. Anyway, did you know 1 million complaints on BBB, choose low price? Yes, sir. Absolutely, Eric. We talk a lot about it. I believe, well, 80% of homeowners who file a complaint with the BBB went with the lowest price. Absolutely agree. Okay. Great content, business advice, logical to use as a badge of honor, respect, like BBB use. Uh, I'm not ready to grow. I just want you to know I believe directory is the way to go and BBB blows. Yes. Lives in Chicago. How it's going? Hey, Matt. We've been getting a lot of requests from Chicago, obviously, right now. So even in the winter time, it's crazy to me that even in winter time, we're getting homeowners contacting us. And if you're the homeowner watching us in Chicago or anywhere in the United States, if we don't have a listing near you, reach out. We have a network of guys. We have a lot of applicants we're working with. We do full background check. Just give you an idea. Every week I talk to quite a few contractors because and we hear some stories. Because when background check comes negative, I don't want you to be afraid of it. We have anything from home abuse to resisting arrest to drug addicts and drug possessions, all of that. What we look is a couple things. We look when did it happen and what's the story today. Obviously, if you have cocaine in your car 4 months ago, we're going to be careful. Probably going to give you a little bit more time. Or if you've been resisting arrest and stuff like that. But if you're talking about um, background check that comes negative from 7 years ago, but you've been running your business for the last 5 years and you changed man, you accepted Jesus Christ and go to church faithfully, have 4 kids, saints, and have been sober and all of that stuff, guess what? We're going to give you a second chance. There's no reason to deny person who've changed his ways. We just have to believe that you did. And guess what? Even if you didn't, even if you didn't, so what? All I want is to know your story and to give you second chance. People gave me second chance before. I want to give second chances to as many people as possible. So you come to us saying, Dimitri, I messed up. 2 years ago I was in bad company. I was doing this and this and this. I need this. I need jobs. I need help. We're gonna list you. Like we don't care. Well, we do care, but you don't have to be a perfect, clear record. We just have you have to have good intentions and you have to be in a good environment. Just yesterday, someone from Canada, Kyle, reached out to me while I've been messaging with him, and one of the guys he used to work with died from overdose in Canada. He used to work for a very big multi-million dollar company. Kyle wanted to hire him and knew him personally, a good friend of mine. And honestly, when I hear stories like that, what did go wrong? Why did that person did not have to die? That's two in 1 week. I think he died Friday. They found him on Monday. So last Thursday, someone died in our industry from overdose in Chicago. Friday, someone died in Canada. Ex sales rep, big company. I want you to think about it. This industry has a lot of potential. You can make a lot of money. A lot of homeowners are like, I mean, think about it. BBB has 6 million increase per year for roofing contractors. So many little pockets all over the United States where people are searching and they cannot find good reputable contractors. Sometimes when I go in the smaller cities, I see contractors with 3, 4, 5 reviews on Google. I'm like, how do you make a decision here? So it's my honor to recommend other contractors. I've been there. I remember when I started business, my boss went bankrupt, and I came home. I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna go and start this thing, and I started a business. I joined small. Is it this one? Can you guys hear me okay? Mic drop. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Check, check, check. Is it good? All right. So, and I remember, I would advertise on one platform, Kazoo, have good reviews, grew it so fast. And I was asking myself why other contractors could not do it. And so many people were coming to me and people were talking to me. I remember working, installing floors. And so many people went out of business from 2009 to 2011 when economy collapsed. And I remember installing floors with them, paying guys $15, $20 an hour. And I was asking them, how much would they charge me if I would give them a project? And they would charge me more than I was charging clients. So what I was doing, I was paying good wages, market price. People were happy. They were making $150, $200 a day, but I was working a little bit harder than others. And I would make $500 for myself, pay other guys $200, and I would charge like $1.25 a square, where those guys would love to charge $250, but they would not lower their price. And I'm like, where's the logic? You would charge $250 per square for floors, and you would not lower the price, but you would go work for someone for $200 a day as a helper. It was insane. But the point is this. I built my flooring business on the back of Kazoo.com that later got sold to someone else. I built my roofing business the first 2 years on the back of Angie's List, and Home Advisor purchased Angie's List and ruined that platform. And honestly, sometimes I look at all of these platforms and there's nowhere to go. And this is the true story of Directory. You have hardworking men and women out there trying to earn honest living by working with their hands, going to work every day, trying to stand behind their work, hire people, creating jobs, doing everything is right. And they just cannot figure it out. They don't trust or understand Google or Facebook. It's always changing. Where do we connect? Where do we connect with the homeowner? You go to companies like Better Business Bureau, and there's nightmare stories there. But the same goes on other end, on end of consumer. If you ask a homeowner, where do you find a roofer? Nobody knows. Nobody figured it out. Did you know that even beasts like Home Advisor, their market share is under 5%? Yeah, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, but they're not even 5% of market share. We don't have Uber of the industry yet. We don't have Amazon. Nobody figured it out. So we are the contractors have to step up, look for each other. By the way, at Directory, we do encourage it. You're not going to be a snitch if you call us and say, Dmitry, this guy is a bad guy. We should encourage good competition. We should not have any problems with anyone in our city who is good and ethical. For years, when I was doing roofing business here in Minneapolis, I did not care if I would lose job to another contractor who I know was a good guy. The problem is when you lose job to shady contractor and that not everything going to go right there. They're not going to back up their warranty. They're in and out. Maybe they're out of town, fly-by-nighters. The story. That they don't pay their sales guys. They don't pay their suppliers. That they're not even the owners. The company is registered in their sister's name because it's their third business around. All the story. And you have to compete with them. And it's just not right. So what you do is like if contractor like that somehow sneaks in Directory, I want you to call me and say, Dmitry, this needs to stop. You have some good guys there. I have no problem with, but this guy, it should be out. Like we don't want to compete with them. You get the idea. So Directory is a new type of platform. I put all my energy, sweat, and tears in it because I want to build a product that's missing in the marketplace. We're not money driven, but obviously we have to be profitable. We want to give you guys tools to really kill it in the marketplace. We want to back up your work, whether you find the jobs through us or if you go on your own and just use us as a reference. If you're the homeowner, we want to help you to find contractors who deserve to be hired. Usually they're not the biggest companies in town. Sometimes they're smallest, sometimes they're startups. But even if we take and list startup, that startup probably have a story. We have installers who just been installing for 7-8 years, or you working as a subcontractor for biggest names, and now they're like, man, I want to try this thing called business, and I want to go by myself and do it. And they don't have resources, and they don't have anybody who will recommend them. So I have confidence that they will do a good job. They've been doing it for years. Why wouldn't they? They have to learn a few things, maybe sales, maybe present themselves better. That's what we do, by the way, at our roofing classes. We love working with the startup companies. I understand that in our network, we might not have biggest names in business. We don't care. If I can help all the small guys around the country, startups, people who've maybe been doing it for years but never have a faith to hire first employee, move out of basement, hire, rent the first office, that's our audience, and this is who we want to help. So for those of you guys who want to attend our classes, go to roofingclass.com. You can see all our classes all over the country. Register for them. Class costs about $200. Not making any money. It cost us, like last class cost us $8,000. Nashville going to cost us like $10,000. You do the math. Even if you get 50 people at $200, we're just covering our cost. Usually we lose money on classes. So don't think that we have some profit gains. Like, we do classes for you. But with all of that being said, if you cannot afford the class, one thing about our classes, we always accept free students. Just reach out, tell us your story. Dmitry, don't have money, poor, broke, wherever the case is. You don't have a job. We don't care. If you feel like you can come to the class, learn something about a roofing business, and it will help you, pay it forward. One day, we'll do it for free. We'll give you breakfast, lunch. We'll feed you. We'll teach you. Our classes are always free for those who cannot afford them. Okay, so just reach out. If you can afford, it's $200. Help us with the cost of travel, food, hotel, the whole thing. The classes are brand new. I'm actually writing brand new curriculum for next 7 classes. You can see the agenda at roofingclass.com. We always have amazing crowd. You will see your peers. You will see people, from your city and around cities. Usually people drive 2-3 hours. Last class in Raleigh, guys, you were amazing. We have 2 police officers coming to the class who retired, couldn't find a job with the police. It was so cool. Now 2 police officers going in the roofing business, talking about ethics, talking about, good spirits, good standards in business. Love those stories. Love featuring those guys in Directory. Love being part of this community. Another thing too, last one for today, is Roofing Process Conference, December 9 and 10. Quite a few things. Somebody please drop a link. So roofconference.com. Tickets are on sale now. Tickets, you will see that price went up. We're spending way more on speakers. We're spending way more events. We're going to have first time ever our own Roofing Insights Award ceremony. We want to recognize a lot of players in the business. We want to have Company of the Year, Startup of the Year, Sales Rep of the Year. We want to recognize a lot of companies, okay? On the second night, Thursday night, during the process conference, we're going to have amazing night in Mango's with a really good show. Everybody will attend. We're going to do our awards. Amazing. Conference will be Thursday and Friday, but VIP tickets will include pass for Wednesday. So if you guys are absolutely love education, if you like workshops, you will be able to come on Wednesday and spend a little bit more time. And I've seen it for years. I'm kind of that guy. I like to come early, but there's usually nothing to do. So if you buy VIP or ultra VIP ticket for the conference this year, you can actually start your conference on Wednesday, and we're gonna line up quite a few people. We're actually negotiating right now with Marcus Sheridan to bring him back. He might have a class before the conference. So you'll have your breakout sessions for 2 days, but usually it's hectic and it's opportunity cost. You want to go see this guy, you want to go see that guy, you want to do the keynote, you want to talk to someone at Expo. We're expecting about 1,500 people. We only have 500 VIP tickets, 100 Ultra VIP tickets, all information at roofconference.com. You can buy your tickets now. Now they're the cheapest. The price will go up March 31st, and then price will go up one more time. We cannot announce all speakers yet. We're talking to 5 names right now, but I'm telling you right now, we're spending about $200,000 to $300,000 on speakers this year. The thing is, some people are not traveling yet or do only virtual events. So for that reason only, I promise you, you don't want to miss out. We will not disappoint on the speaker side. We're just not ready to announce all of them yet, but it's your opportunity to get your tickets at the cheapest price now. Now, another thing about conference too, this year we cannot have a refundable tickets. So tickets will be not refundable, but you can pass them and sell them later. So if you go in and buy, let's say 5 tickets now at the cheapest price, and then later person you bought it for decided not to go, you can always go to Roofing Insights, a private group on the page, or let us know and you can resell tickets to someone else. The reason we have to do it, because we have commitment from hotel for food, for space, for stuff like that. So if we sell, let's say 1,500 tickets, we'll have to pay for all our venues up front. And then if we have to refund 200 tickets later, we're going to be in a big loss. Cannot have the loss, because, we will find a way to bring you value. We'll help you resell the ticket. You will also get a lot of value out of it. All the recordings will be available this year. Also, for those of you who missed it, we will have arm wrestling championships. Absolutely pumped about that. 32 guys. We will also have some kind of version of Fittest Roofer. It will be a simpler challenge. We don't want to do nothing crazy, because conference has accent on education, not on fitness. But I think fitness is important, and I think you guys enjoy, being fit, and everybody needs extra motivation to stay fit. So if we do something like that, maybe it'll be extra motivation for you to hit the gym a few more times before the conference. But those big guys who think they have strong arms, the prices will be on point. First place is $3,000, second $2,000, and the last one is $1,000. I mean, we'll pay for your VIP tickets pretty much right now. So if you think you have a shot, sign up. Tickets are on sale right now. Roofconference.com. I'm going to see if we have any more questions here. I'm going to finish in a. Shane McGuire says, I was an installer for 15 years before I started my company. I need all help I can get. Shane, I would love to talk to you, sir. You should make money. Absolutely. I don't believe in broke. Do classes cover same material in every state? Yes, they do cover. Well, we do a lot of Q&A. So usually in class, I ask people what questions they have and what they really want me to do. So I usually have more presentations than I can fit in 8 hours. So if I have special requests for a couple of presentations, like for example, in the last one, I even talked. What? Oh, sorry. I was talking to the wrong camera. So for you guys, the class is for you. So if we have people who says like, absolutely talk about Facebook, I will have presentation about Facebook. If QuickBooks is #1, we'll do that. So I have custom presentations more than I can handle. I would really like it. Selling class. Are you going to have some of those in the upcoming classes? Absolutely. We always talk about selling. We always talk about presentations, how to present in the house. We also have special guests almost for every class. Like Ben Minchaka will attend few classes, hopefully. He was with us with a rally. People loved Ben. I mean, Ben works for local company here in Minneapolis. He is available for students in school, roofing school. And, he helps so many. Like the guy just motivated. I call him young Grant Cardone. He's definitely been influenced by Grant Cardone, but Grant Cardone changed his life. And this guy went from making $25 an hour to multi-million-dollar producer, hiring teams here, loves door knocking. So bringing good people, putting in front of you, not only going to motivate you, but also will help you to teach. Absolutely. So I think, let's see. Greg is saying, as a contractor, is banding together like a union of sorts, a true brotherhood of profession. And here's the thing. If you follow us, if you're part of this group, if you follow my content, it tells me more about you than it tells me about myself. I know what kind of content I make. I know what's perfect, what's not perfect. This morning, I was listening to an amazing podcast of Patrick David, and lady, I think she was somewhere from Europe, and she said, "I have American accent, I have Russian accent, but I think American." And what it means is, I think I can relate. I know that I have accent. I know that I'm not perfect, and message is not perfect, and I know all my weaknesses, but I love this country, I love this opportunity, and I love this industry. And I think it goes a long way. So when people come to us, it tells me a lot about them. Like, for example, I've been to other conferences. If I know what kind of people Grant Cardone attracts. I know Wolf of Wall Street, right? Like those kind of guys, they attract people like them. If you're aggressive, if you're in your face, if you're like, go, like, yeah, it's all good. Like, kudos to you. I have no problem with you being you. We are hardworking guys. A lot of our people are immigrants. A lot of us, come from installing world. Like I've never been in sales position in my life. Like I always work with my hands, and now I run a business. So we come from different angle, and we have different standards. We have different code of ethics. But we need help. I know that when I started my business, I needed a lot of help, and people helped me. People like Rodney Webb, like I have my mentors. But unfortunately, those mentors come with a high cost. Who can afford 5, 10,000? I saved up, and I was able to hire Rodney Webb for $10,000 and his coaches. And I remember when I hired a person for $5,000 to come to my business just to look at my numbers. I remember what it did. It was amazing. But who can afford $5,000? That's why if you look at my pricing, you can get in the school for $200 a month, no sign-up fee, no cancellation fee. I'll talk to you, I'll help you any way, shape, or form I can. But if you come to us, you're different. You're different breed. You're different than most of people in this industry, and I believe that. Like there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of people of old school who will not share a secret, who will not have lunch with a competitor, who will, who just will not even go to the class because competition going to be there. And we're bringing different culture. Absolutely. Put Jake the Snake of Roofers Club Group on blast. That kid loves. Oh boy, I love Jake. Should estimate be given on the spot or wait a couple days and touch base every day with accreditation to build rapport? Abner, it depends. It depends on your company policy. Like, I think every job is different. What I would recommend is whatever you do, be consistent. Like, for example, you can, I think you should follow up on your estimates. Absolutely. A lot of companies, they don't follow up at all. They give you an estimate and that's it, they forget it. And then honestly, a month or two later, it's a cold call. You should have procedures. It could be next day. It could be following day. You could ask them, where would you like me to follow up with you? I don't believe that we should be building rapport after we gave estimate. I think you gave estimate, that's where you give rapport. Like if you give it your absolute best, if you're the most impressive sales guy or business owner, presenter, estimator, whatever you call you came in, you were the only one who did this, and this. Like other guys did not do it. You're the only one who showed up on time. Like in our class recently in Raleigh, the guy, one of the guys says he wrapped his vehicle and he recently got one of the jobs, and homeowner told him that he hired him because he was the only guy who is wearing some kind of uniform, or at least have apparel that looks like uniform, company shirt, company logo, and the only one with a wrapped vehicle. Something I've been talking for years. People fighting me like, "Wow, what do you think? I'm gonna wrap a vehicle to be successful?" No, try to be successful and professional without wrapped vehicle, driving big ass truck or freaking Honda Civic to your estimates, asshole. No, you have to be professional. You cannot always track what those vehicle wraps gonna bring you. What's gonna happen is when you invest in marketing like that with a branding, you don't know when you're gonna get that job. So the point here, what Abner is saying, like, should estimate be given on the spot? Yes, you should be given estimate on the spot. You should ask for that business. You should ask them, other than price of payment, any other reasons we couldn't start your project today or get your job today. You should have some kind of closing, right, call to action. Ask them for that business. The moment you knock at that door, the moment you ring that bell, the moment you did show up at their house, they know that you're there to sell. Cut the bullshit. I don't believe in long icebreakers talking about. I mean, you should mention, cute kids on a picture and stuff. You should mention, the obvious about lifestyle if you see something, cool. Because if you don't, are you a robot? People don't like to do business with robots, right? People want to make sure. Hold on. Let me get back. People want to do business with humans. So if you're ignoring something, like if you're trying to talk to the homeowner and their dog is barking at you and you're trying to be tough and completely ignore it, not say like, "Hey, doggy," or, they're like, "Who is this guy? He's real, or he just wants to sell me?" Right? So you have to acknowledge the obvious, but you also have to ask for business. You came there for business. Like you go to the store, you go to Home Depot, people come to you, is like, "How can I help you?" Because you came to the store, you obviously need help. If you go in and shop for a car on the parking lot, the sales guy should come out. Like, as a matter of fact, I would be pissed if I go on a dealer lot and I'm looking around the brand new cars and nobody comes to me. I'm like, why nobody comes to me? Now, when they come to me, I don't want them to annoy me. I want them to ask me if I want any help, if I want any pricing on any vehicles, what am I looking for? And I just tell me where to find you when I need you. The same here. Give them a price, tell them how much it's going to be, what's the next step if they choose to go with you, and what's the next step if they don't. Just, here's the estimate. Would you like to hire me? Whatever the closing line is. Yes, you should ask for estimates on the spot. Shane says, "I own Northeast Roofing Contractors. I'm part of Directory already. I have not received any leads yet, but I'm optimistic about the success. Dimitri is a solid guy, and he's putting his name." Thank you, Shane, for the shout out. Sorry, we did not bring any leads. We will try to fix it in the near future. I just want to go real quick, make sure I did not miss any important questions here. Winchester says, "I will sign up today. How is it looking here in Orange County, California?" I would say California has been very hot on leads. Very hot. As a matter of fact, it's probably on top of the list for requests that we could not fulfill. Lots of people ask, and we just couldn't. And maybe it's something to do with the YouTube and millennials. Like, a lot of people in the Silicon Valley go to YouTube as a go-to to answer their questions or online in general. So I'm pretty sure we will. You sign up, you use our credentials, and if we ever have a lead or people looking for your service, if you're in, you're in. You get all the traffic. I have contractors popping up all around me. Part of being part of Directors because it is exclusive. Once we have a full house, it won't be as special. What if cocaine wasn't mine? Miguel, love the joke, man. Enjoyed it in the last class. Let me see here. Clint Godfrey says, "Implement a new standard of charging for estimates." Absolutely. Well, here's what we're going to do. We will absolutely have deals on Directory, something that I've been teaching other contractors. Here's what's unique about Directory. For years, I've been teaching other contractors, do this, this works. Guess what? Right now, for the first time ever, I have opportunity not only to teach you, but also to do something with you. If I have a deal that I've sold hundreds times over and over again, and I see it work for this guy here in Pennsylvania, this guy has been doing it in Washington, this guy is doing it in Seattle, this finance deal, this special offer, this has got a cleaning deal, wherever the case is. Now, I can go and actually do it with you. I can go and create the deal and run the special in your city on my own website with the sponsorships, with the partnerships with the contractors. How amazing is it? So we absolutely will do new standards. There's no baloney. There's no weird gimmicks here. We absolutely will do it the best way for the consumer. So Rick Winkel says, who determines how big an area is since we work in regions? Well, honestly, we look how many applicants we have, and we're trying to find data everywhere we can. Like, for example, I know, Rick, you're in Florida. Florida is like, I remember looking at Florida because I opened the business there a couple of years ago, and I was amazed on the Better Business Bureau how many contractors was listed there. Like in Minneapolis, you have thousands. In Florida, it was like 70. I'm like, in Orlando, it blew me away. So sometimes you have to go by, like, if you go in Texas, you cannot figure out how many roofing contractors are in Texas. You can look at the estimates, but overall, for roofing only, we have about 40,000 roofing companies in the country. So that means in our directory, we're only going to do 4,000. So the next big category for us that we're pursuing right now actively is a plumbing. So we're going to do the same what we did for roofing for plumbers. We're going to do the same for flooring guys. We're going to do the same for painters and go on. But we want to make sure it works for roofing guys first, because if I build a website for roofers, it'll work for everyone. The hardest part is to build a website, to build database. It's actually not what you guys see. It's a end of it. If you think about Amazon, it's not just a user, your face, your screen. It's how it connects your search to the providers and connects the dots. That's the hardest part of what we're doing. And I cannot share everything we're doing because I know my competition is watching me too. But overall, we will look at any data possible for to determine how many contractors in the area. A lot of cities that we looked already only have like 300 contractors. So guess what? That's 3 to be listed on directory. If you're in the rural area and there's 300, 200, 100 contractors, you can be 1, 2, or 3. Very good question. Thank you for asking. Well, I guess I have to wait then. Like I said, I just opening my business. Well, let's talk. Schedule a call and we can talk. Let's see. Brian, I'm also wondering how many contractors will be in directory. I think I already answered this question. BBB has been busted in 60 Minutes many times. It's a pay-to-play. It's funny you said it, Eric. BBB was busted in 60 Minutes, I think, like twice. Last time it was, I want to say, like over 5 years ago for listing ISIS. Well, I think it was ISIS. I know it was a terroristic organization, and they listed them. No, it was not ISIS. My bad. It was not ISIS. It was, if somebody remember what the company was, Al-Qaeda. It wasn't Al-Qaeda. It was one more. It's not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda. It was another one, but they listed it after they paid the fee to be on BBB. And later they actually removed them, and they even says it was in the California office, and they said they're not affiliated with them, and the way they operate is different. And I've been arguing with the BBB employees all the time. As a matter of fact, another one of those Christian arguments that BBB employees was making for years. I have one guy in Texas, employee of BBB, same thing. Dimitri, I'm Christian. Who are you to question BBB standards? I'm like, for one, what does Christianity has to do with anything? Christians makes mistakes just like anyone else. Just because you're Christians does not give you immunity not to make mistakes, not to be corrupt. Christians can can be corrupt and can do like shadiest things out there like crazy. Just because you're Christians, you work for BBB, is that your argument why BBB is so good? Well, I have a news for you. It might as well be Muslim or like, it doesn't matter. Why we're talking about religion when we talk about real results? So keep it to yourself, please. It's absolute BS. Yeah, we only can judge you by your results. If you're paid to play, going to church every Sunday is not going to help you. Jesus still will judge you for what you've done. Thank you very much for that plug. All right. Brian says, I hate BBB. I just want directory to be as saturated. Directory will not be as saturated just because we have completely different mindset and we have different goals. Mr. Big Time asking, is the $20,000 guarantee your money or underwriting company that guarantees the homeowner? It's our money. We don't have underwriting company. It's us, our checkbook, and it's pretty much our savings. There's no insurance. Well, we have insurance at the Roofing Insights, but the money is ours. It's pretty much from our operating expenses, from our profits. And I believe it's part of the job. As a matter of fact, in some sense, we are an insurance company because we're collecting fees from the contractors. We're going to be charging 3% later on, for the transaction values and stuff, which is very reasonable price. And part of that money will go to pay out claims. As a matter of fact, I want claims. Our claims will be the best advertising we can get. I believe that companies like State Farm and Allstate, if they would actually pay their claims, they wouldn't have to spend billions of dollars on national TV promoting themselves. Paying claims actually works, and I believe wholeheartedly in it. So when you pay us, do business with us, and we collect those 3%, connection fees, the money from the profit will go. We will have some kind of claim rate. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever. But we will have budget to pay out those claims. So in that sense, we will be also kind of insurance company. I'm glad I haven't invested in BBB. I thought it was smart to be credited by them. Now they won't stop calling me asking to move forward, Trevor. And Trevor, what I always say is BBB is evil, but we need that evil in our lives, at least at this point in time. 5 years from now, I might stop advertising for them, might stop telling that you have to do business with them. Here's my honest take on BBB. Don't pay for their advertising. It's dead. It never worked. You will not find many contractors who made it work. They will take $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per year to advertise with them in your category. They will not deliver results. I've tried it. I paid BBB $5,000 a year. Got crap for it. That's a real results. Now, accreditation, $700. If you look at the return on investment, it actually has some good value. Why? Because older people are still searching and they want reassurance from BBB. How many people know about Directory? Not very many. How many people know about BBB? Almost everyone. On the older end. So if you want that older audience and you don't want to be asked in-house why you're not accredited. I mean, if you want to go uphill battle and maybe plug in Directory as a better business bureau, I would love to hear that, not gonna lie, and maybe that's the future. And I believe that's the future. But they're blockbuster. They're dying. They will go out of business. Netflix will take place. Directory is a new Netflix. BBB is old Blockbuster. Are we there yet? No. Give me five years, we'll have different talk. But as of right now, I still think you should sign up, at least for their accreditation. I'm not ready to grow. All right. So we're going to wrap it up, guys. It's been an hour, over an hour. Wow. Time goes fast when you talk. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We're going to keep it up. Again, roofinginsights.com will have brand new website in a couple months. Roofingclass.com has all our online events. Online, all our in-person classes would come to the city near you. Register your seat, especially if you're Dallas and San Antonio. Those cities will be sold out. Next class is in Nashville just in 3 weeks. After that, we're going to be in Pennsylvania. All information is online. Please visit. Would like to meet you guys in person. And then if you know you are attending a roofing process conference this year, secure your tickets. Right now, the deals are the best they ever will be. Sale ends March 31st. Super early bird discounts. Roofconference.com. I'll see you guys all later. Thank you for your attention.